It's just when they get used to it and everybody raises.
The Thursday, September 4th of the Citizen Review Board is now in session. So we're going to do the attendance. Elise?
Present.
Linda?
Present.
Ada?
Here.
Don Johnson here. Mike?
Here.
Harry?
Here.
Peggy?
Here.
And Samina has been excused absence. Okay. The first thing on the agenda is, has everyone had an opportunity to review the August minutes? This is September.
It's a,
Oh, my gosh. You can tell I'm on sleep deprivation. So has everyone had an opportunity to review the August meeting minutes? Okay. So I need to get a motion on the floor to adopt those minutes, unless we have some discussion or if someone disagreed with the minutes.
no, I love the way they're set up.
Okay, thank you.
Very nice.
Um,
I'll move it.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to accept the August minutes.
Second.
Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Motion to accept the August meeting is passed. We'll get those posted on the web tomorrow. Next thing on the agenda is the chairman report. Last week I met with Councilman Marty, who has suggested a new board member. We are now, and then I also sent out a letter to a prior board member advising them that he was being removed off of the board because of absenteeism. And so we'll be having a new member. Councilman Joe Majoke has also has a new member that will be coming to the board. So we'll be one shy of having back a full board. So once those, the council has voted on Joe Majoke's pick. So I'll be meeting with that individual sometime next week to bring them up to par on the requirements for the board. And then once we get the letter back from Olivia, we will then be moving forth with bringing the second board members on, and then we'll get the third board member hopefully before the end of September, and we'll be at a full operating board by then. So, other than that, that's about all I have to report. It's just been a busy month in the office, and I'm going to turn that over to, I'll turn that over to Nalita, and she can give you the background on what has taken place at the CIB office.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Don said, we've been extremely busy throughout the month of August, but we have definitely been out in the community. Don Johnson has gone to the Jazz and the City, which was held at various places, so he wasn't just at the one place, but he went to a few. I've accompanied to at least one of them. He was also present at Hanover Thursday, that was hosted by Pamela Hunter. He also attended the Comptroller's Breakfast at the Marriott, and he has been at the Pan-African Village at the State Fair. He was there for all 13 days. So we got a chance to hand out brochures and things like that to let the community know that we are here and we're up and running again. My next thing on my report is we have 10 new cases that came in. 8 of them were specifically addressed for the Syracuse PD. One case was not, and it was turned over to Anthony Hurd, the human rights specialist for Onondaga County, because it was dealing with the deputy sheriffs. One of the cases is going to be a joint effort, it had the Syracuse Police and the Sheriff's Department together, and there was a complaint that was made. So we will be working closely together to try to solve that case, or at least go through that case together. CRB sent out 57 letters to close out the 2023 cases. That was past the allotted time of the 18 months. Out of the 57, 15 was returned. There were also 4 cases that had no address, so there wasn't a letter that was sent. We couldn't send, of course, we can't send a letter to someplace we don't have. But but the 15 that were returned was entered into their file folders so that we at least have a paper trail saying that we did attempt to reach them. Also, during the month of August, myself and Don have met with 6 individual people in the office to give them updates on their cases, also to open new cases, and then inform clients of our jurisdiction, policies, and procedures so that people would know what the CRB actually do. Some people really don't know, so they come to the office for things that we don't actually work with. So explaining the policy and the procedures definitely helped out. We were able to refer them to the places that could help them in some of the instances. Okay. Our team, including our dedicated intern, played the big part in keeping things running smoothly. Our internship with On Point for College successfully wrapped up on August the 29th of 2025. Our intern, David, was a great help. He organized the office, he watched videos, he gathered data, he created useful brochures, and supported our media efforts. We are thrilled to say that David will be staying on as a volunteer on Mondays and Fridays whenever he's available. So he'll still be around to help us out, which I think is great. So I have made some connections also with the Sheriff's Department. I believe in working together with other important organizations to better serve everyone, to serve the community. So I've connected with the Onondaga County Office of Diversity and Inclusion. That's the Sheriff's Department. Monica Williams is the Chief Diversity Officer. Montanette Rocker is the Deputy Chief Diversity Officer. And Anthony Hurd, Sr., is the Human Rights Specialist. So we'll be working with them as well. They do pretty much what the CRB do. It's just for the county. So we'll be working together. It's good to have great connections in places that I may not know where to go to get help from. I can always ask, and they've been a very, very great help with volunteering information to help out for the CRB. We have new hires. We are excited to announce a new addition to the CRB. As you know, as of August 13th, we hired Julie Boniface, who's here tonight. She is our legal secretary and has already proven to be a tremendous asset, bringing a positive attitude, strong work ethics, and positive energy to the room. She has been on fire since she walked in the door. She walked in ready to go, which I love. There is nothing that I have not asked her to do that she has not accomplished and successfully accomplished. She keeps our paperwork in line and in order. I love the way she asks questions. It makes us rearrange things and think things out to make sure that we have organization within the CRB. Also, starting on September the 10th, we will have a new hire. Adonia Wade will be starting as our community engagement specialist. And she comes with a lot of energy. She has existing community connections, and her resume was very, very impressive. She's already in the community, already doing great things. So it's going to be a great asset to have her to join the CRB team. I'm really excited about getting her and having her to start. She's ready to go already. She's already have called, and she's excited about starting as well. So I'm excited about where we're going to go with the community engagement. And the last thing that I have on my report is evidence.com. So we finally got in touch with evidence.com, or I can't say we, Julie got in touch with evidence.com, and they have responded back. They have given us a quote for 60 months, which average out to be $978.96 per year, which is a total of $4,894.80. This will allow us to view evidence in real time as SPD loads the footage. It will also allow us to create files with both SPD and our own correspondence, and it frees up space on our PCs, and they are willing to give it to us with unlimited storage. So that's going to be really great, where we can create folders, and as we create folders, we can move them over where they need to be. It frees up our space so that we have room on our computer to save what we need to, because downloading, as I was stating before, downloading the evidence when it's uploaded to us sometimes takes about an hour to do. Some days, depending on how many videos we have, it takes about an hour. This way, we can, when they upload it, we can see it right away. That is my report for the month of August.
And I just want to add to that, so we still have 2 vacancies that we are going to be interviewing in the upcoming month. The one will be for the investigator, and the second one will be for the data analytics person. So once we get those 2 people on board, we'll have full staff, and we'll be off and running full force at that point. On the last item that Nolita talked about was the evidence.com. During the last meeting, we had decided that we wanted to get a price quote before the board made a decision on whether or not we were willing to take on that expenditure for the CRB board. We now have that. If anyone has any questions, if not, I'd like to put it out on the floor for someone to make a motion that we go ahead and sign up for evidence.com.
Does that, do we have the money for that, or do we have to ask the council? Is it within our budget? Do we have?
We have the money in the budget that we can just move it from one line item to another line item. Okay. And that $978, that's from, our budget runs from June to June. Uh-huh. That's from June to June, so we definitely have the money to support that $978 for that. And it will definitely help in the office that we can get things done in real time instead of waiting, because the way the process works now is that we have to send a request up to internal affairs. They have to pull the information, and then they have to give it back to us. At this point, we'll be able to just go in when we have once the data's up there, we can go ahead and we can pull it down and look at it. So
we're paying the 60 months up front.
No, we can pay.
We can pay
By the
annually.
year.
By the year, we can pay annually. I would prefer to do it that way, just in case the Syracuse Police Department decides that they no longer want to use evidence.com. At least we have not paid a full 6 months or how many months? 6 years. 60 months, so 5 years into something, and then they change their mind.
And the other thing is, for budgeting purposes.
Who owns evidence.com? Axon?
Axiom.
Okay.
So for budgeting purposes, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Instead of putting out the whole $4,000 or $4,500, whatever, to just do it by year, since our budget comes up every year anyway. So, and then we can make sure next year that we accommodate for that extra item that we have on here. So,
I make a motion to purchase the evidence.com subscription for 5 years, paying it annually at $978.96.
okay, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion? Okay, could we get a second? Okay, it's been moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. We will go ahead and we'll get that order. Thank you guys very much. Well needed. Okay, so moving right along.
I have a question on this one.
Okay.
Up here, we were talking about the groups working together. Is Anthony Hurd, is that the person that used to work in the CRB office? Okay, so he understands the whole process, everything anyways. Okay, thank you.
And you know, just to highlight that point right there is that a lot of times we'll have complaints from the sheriff's department. Up to this point, we had no conduit between the CRB and the sheriff's department, and now we do have a contact, so we can work together to make sure that everyone, the citizens of Syracuse, get things done the way they need to have done. So, okay. Upcoming events in September. The only event that we have right now before our new person's on board is that we're planning on tabling at the Westcott Fair, which is always the last Sunday of September. Very diverse crowd that's up there, so we want to make sure that we have some exposure for not only the college students, but the people, the residents that live in that area, to understand that the CRB is here to help them in any issues that they may have that warrants our consideration. So we had tabled the External Advisory Board. Has anyone thought any more about that? Mike, I think last meeting you had some questions about that, or?
I thought we examined it, what we were really talking about. I thought we ended up, we're looking for a group to examine our bylaws to
Right.
see whether we could change it, streamline it, define it better, and then make that recommendation to the Common Council.
Okay.
That seemed to be pretty much what we were talking about. That's not a bad idea.
Great idea.
So now, which committee was going to be working on that?
That's a very good question.
I thought we were just gonna, like, pick some people out that wanted to do that are excited about bylaws.
I thought we were going to.
No,
We
I
tabled
hate
it
bylaws.
unless there was more discussion. We were going to vote as to whether we agreed to do this thing. And then I thought we were going to find people, it was board members, we were going to recommend people that could be part of this board.
Okay.
Or
Yes.
take any recommendations, I guess, from common council members, something like that.
We did.
Yeah.
That's 7, I believe, was the number?
Yeah, I'll go with 7.
Well, then there should be a few of us and a few of them,
Okay.
don't you think?
So we're now talking about the structure of the committee. So we're looking at a total of 7, so at least 3 board members
And
off of this.
somebody off the street,
and
3 of
then-
us, 3 of them.
So that would only give us 6. So who would be the 7th one?
Oh,
Oh, okay. So we're looking at 3 board members, 3 city residents, and the administrator. And so if everyone can send me someone who they think that would be a good pick for the advisory board, and then I can send it out, and then we can have a vote and decide who would be a good candidate to be on the advisory board. So if we can get that done within the next 2 weeks, that'll be great.
So should that person that we suggest bring in some type of paperwork showing some things that they've done that may be beneficial, or are we just gonna pick and choose them based on us knowing them? Should they show?
Well, I have a lot of faith in the board. So if anyone decides on someone they think that would be a good fit, I'll just have to go on face value that you have done all the due diligence to make sure that they would be a good candidate. Unless you just want to send, like a mini resume of those candidates that you would suggest to show that they would be. The other thing is, then we're going to have to figure out which of the 3 board members are going to be on the committee. and I can see the enthusiasm.
Filled with excitement.
So, I tell you,
Start hating the bylaws.
2 weeks, Don, I don't know if that's realistic.
oh, 2 weeks for the,
You
to
said
get
2
names
weeks,
in?
get names in, and I
Yeah.
don't know.
What do you think then, Harry?
I'd say at least a month.
Okay. So let's move that from 2 weeks to a month. On submitting names for the committee.
If they can get it in 2 weeks, get it in.
Yeah. Whenever you can get it in, and we'll go from there. So, okay.
And just in describing this to someone, whoever we're asking, we're telling them that we're looking for an oversight committee that's going to reevaluate the bylaws of the CRB and make a recommendation.
Okay.
That's what their job is going to be? Is that what we're talking about?
That is correct.
Okay.
And we also need to give them a time frame on how much time is going to be involved in doing this, and what the meetings are going to be, so.
You want to limit the nomination so that, very simply, that you can't nominate someone you're either related to by marriage or biologically, legally or biologically, so you don't get that interplay with being a family member? You want to do that?
Absolutely. So,
And they have to be a city resident.
City, right, okay.
Make up
Good.
a sheet, and that way we'll be able to express that to them.
okay.
Something, a little paper,
Okay,
so we can
yeah,
understand.
I'll write up some documentation on that, on what would be included if they, and then I'll get that out to everyone. And then that way, when you're talking to people, you can let them see that and make a determination whether or not they want to become a part of the advisory board. Do you think that we should have someone from city council?
I think so,
Yeah,
yes,
because,
because they know the laws and the
well,
bylaws.
they're the ones that really want this advisory thing.
Right.
So if we
Yes.
ask somebody from,
So let me put this out to the board. Instead of going with 7, what does everyone think about 9? 2 of those members would be from the council.
the problem becomes when you get up to 9 is, that's a lot. That's a lot of people to be looking at a document to tweak.
A lot of perspectives and opinions.
Yeah.
So-
Just drop one of the numbers. It's either 3 board members or 2 board members and
And a council person.
a council person, or 3 board members and 2 city residents and a council member, plus Nolita, right? That's 7, leave it at 7.
Okay, does everyone agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah.
What was the match? 3, 3, 1, 3, 2?
2, 1.
3, 2, 1?
So I'm not sure. Connor, are we going to need to do a
3,
vote
3,
on that?
It's still 3-3-1, but the one group has a city councilor on it. Which group do you want it?
Connor Rourke, Assistant Corporation Counsel. You're going to need to vote on the committee, is what you're asking?
Right, do we need to have a vote
Advisory committee.
on the number of people on the advisory committee and the,
And who will it consist
I
of?
think you're saying we have to vote on the establishment of the committee, right?
Yeah, I think you'd want
Yeah,
to
you
vote
gotta
on
have
that
that vote.
first, and then, vote on the, membership of the committee, and then, so kind of, you have a record of that.
okay. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to get a motion on the table to set up an advisory committee?
I make a motion that we set up an advisory committee of 7 people made up of 3 board members, 1 common council member, 2 citizens, and the current administrator.
Okay, can I get a second on that? Any discussion? Okay, let's move for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. So we'll start working on getting that developed. Okay. So we'll move on to the next item, which is committee reports. First one is the Outreach and the Public Education Committee. Nothing on that. Next one is Board Development and Training. So, nothing to report there. Government relationships. Nothing to report there? Okay. Police relations. Did you guys meet last month, Mike? Or
No,
not?
no, we have a meeting coming up. But I don't
Okay.
have my calendar. I can't remember if it's this month or next month. Do you remember?
October.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a date set. I just can't tell you without my calendar exactly what the date is.
Okay. And committee operations? Okay. And committee on hearings? There's nothing to report on the hearings, okay?
I do have the committee on hearings. This is my segue from hearings. This item that we've voted to purchase, will that allow us to ultimately have hearings based on the fact that we'll have this information? Everybody will review it, and then we'll vote on whether we're going to have a hearing on that.
Right.
Is that how it plays out?
Well, and here's how it goes right now. So we download, the way it's working now is that we download the case.
Yep.
Then what I do is then I transfer the case and all the videos, the complaint, the police department's report into our external drive, which everyone on the committee should have access to get into that. And you can watch those videos on our external drive.
I'm gonna, just so I'm clear, you're putting in the drive, we'll have access to the drive by username, password,
Username, password,
and
and
then I
token.
can sit at home and look at this stuff.
Absolutely.
And then come to the meeting prepared to vote as to whether we should go that way.
There you go.
Okay.
And then those who haven't got their tokens and they're not working, let me know, because I need to talk with the IT department to make sure that everyone has a token and is working.
Name mine.
So, well, Peggy has yours.
You have yours. But I don't know which one is yours and which one is mine.
Yeah. So, okay.
But I have 2 tokens.
But now with the evidence.com, basically that will be an internal process for the CRB office to be able to go in and look at those videos and download those and put those in there. So it's actually a tool to expedite us reviewing cases when they come in, that we get all that information in real time. So, okay. Other than that, if there's nothing else, we're open for public comment. Everyone has a 5-minute. Oh, I'm
I have
sorry.
one more item.
Okay.
I believe, and this is part of the email traffic, we were going to establish a policy relative to talking to the media. Perfect timing.
Perfect time.
Perfect time.
And so going back and forth, I made a suggestion that Nolita is the person, the operating framework would be that members of the CRB do not speak to the press about the CRB. The person who speaks is Nolita, and if she's not available, then you as the chair would speak. That will not prevent reporters from calling anybody. It simply means that when they do call, you simply refer them to our. So my motion is that I make a motion that the members of the CRB do not speak to the media relative to inquiries about the CRB, and all inquiries by the media are referred to the director, and in her absence, the board chair.
There's been a motion on the floor. Can we get a second? Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. It's been approved, so, okay, now we're, any other old business or new business that needs to be discussed on the floor? Okay, we're gonna open it up to the public. There's a 5-minute limitation on, for you to speak. And
Don, can I say something? Perfect timing, Mike. I know that our next meeting is not until October 10th,
right,
and I've told Nolita about my walk that I'm doing, but I just wanted everybody to put in their calendar, October 18th, please.
October what?
18th?
18. That's a very important day.
It is.
It is.
It is when all
now what's going on October 18th?
Beside my birthday?
3K walk for KJ's Angels.
I can only walk a block.
I know, you can walk as far as you can. I'll have water for you. It is a fundraiser for my foundation that I established in honor of my son, yes.
Are you going to get the flyer out for us, and then we'll get it posted on our site?
I'll send it to her.
Okay, great.
Anything that you might need from us? There, just participate in
Just
the
come and
fundraising.
spread the word. I'll send
Where's it gonna
to
be?
Onondaga Lake Park, Willow Bay.
You know, that's the date they're
Oh, it's on our calendar? Okay,
looking
great.
for the next big protest.
It won't be at the Onondaga Lake Park.
No, they're still looking for a place.
They better not come there. Not at Willow Bay.
Okay, so now, if we don't have any comment from the general population, the next thing on the agenda is that I need to have someone make a motion for us to go into executive session to review the cases that we have to review.
Move to go into executive session
Okay.
to review the cases we have.
Do we have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned until after the executive session, and then we will meet back here to then close out the meeting. Okay?